We're at the Freyja wall garden today, starting an install on quite a big lean-to greenhouse. Day one, morning one, we get here, we get unloaded, and then we start to prep the building, drilling it and making sure the sills all work, make sure everything's the correct size, and then we work from there. So I'm hoping today to get the middle section up and sorted with the porch in, because once we've done the porch, we know everything works off that, because that's a perfect square. So everything left and right of that should stay square then, and we work that way. For us at Woodpecker, this is one of our big projects. As you can see by the things laid out on the floor, we're prepping everything now ready to go up. Everything here is manufactured from Western red cedar, and the glass should be going in on Wednesday, I hope. The things we do are beautiful. The timber's beautiful, absolutely beautiful to work with. I've seen the final designs here, and with the greenhouse there, the garden's done, the hotel and everything, it's going to look absolutely amazing. It's going to look stunning.
It's a major milestone for the project. They finally get the greenhouse up in the garden, then we can actually finish off the garden within the next 6 months, and hopefully in 6 months we all can have a little glass of champagne in the greenhouse and look over this beautiful site. Well, I'm hoping for some exotic fruits, you know, like peaches or a little bit more unusual vegetables that we can grow inside where it's hot and the climate is a bit better for the growing conditions for this kind of plants and fruits. So it's a hugely important part of the restaurant, though we're going to be growing everything on site. So utilizing the greenhouse and the beds and the orchard to get as much produce as possible throughout the year. You know, during the winter we'll be able to grow in there too, you know, when the climate here is super cold, but the greenhouse, we have some kind of heating in there to help it going all year round. Well, it's one more milestone done for the project. It's absolutely, truly beautiful to see it going up. It's a huge part of it because the project just grows in there, it's going in there. So we're replacing air miles and car miles with just walking it over every day.
Welcome to the greenhouse. It's constructed now. Woodpecker Joinery came. We're here just over 2 weeks to build the whole thing. Absolutely delighted. It's amazing. From a gardener's point of view, it's anything you could possibly wish for from a greenhouse. Woodpecker Joinery were great. We've been in dialogue with them for over 2 years. One of my jobs was to find out who could supply the type of greenhouse we wanted. The type of greenhouse we wanted it to be a wooden greenhouse, which was lean-to against a north wall, which faces south. And we looked around and we identified Woodpecker Joinery as the best people to supply them. They supply some key people. The King, they supply the King at his high growth estate. We also supply high profile people like David Beckham with a greenhouse. It's not until the final bits have been done and you can see it in its complete state that you really get a sense of the scale, of the impressive nature of the greenhouse, and it's, from my point of view, it's absolutely amazing. Lengthwise, it's over 37 meters. Widthwise, it's over 4 meters. It's divided into 3 sections. The reason we wanted it divided into 3 sections is to give us some control over the temperature in each one. We might want to have a different temperature in each of the sections, and we'll find that over the next year. The first year growing is going to be really important to us as we find out more and more about the greenhouse. I'll just take you through some of the key things. This is red Western cedar. Over time, this will go grey. It looks good now. It'll look even better as it ages. We've got windows all the way along the full length, both at this level and also up above. Each window has an automatic opening. In there is wax, and when it heats up, that wax expands and pushes the window and automatically opens. As that gets cooler, it then contracts and the window closes. What we didn't want to have is a situation where we had to open all the windows and then close all the windows. It does it for us, which is great. We've got doors on the end and individual sections, and generally speaking, we'll have those open most of the time because airflow is really important. It's built on a dwarf wall. Once we've had the final levels in terms of our growing areas and also in terms of paving, it'll come up to there, which means the distance from there to there is 600 mil. So a nice height dwarf wall. There's plenty of light will come in, and obviously light's really important from a growing point of view. If I then move on and see how it's going to be set up, the two end sections are going to be the same. We're going to have a path down the middle, and we're just basically putting that path in at the moment. It will be finished with Bronte stone, which is a lovely looking stone, and now you can see we're just starting to put in the compost for the growing areas. So we're growing on either side here. That will be the same on the other side, but in the middle section it's slightly different. We've got this really grand double door entrance, and you can see the path, as well as having the settle path, we're taking the area of Bronte stone right to the end. So 2/3 will be Bronte stone, and that will allow the customers or the restaurant and the hotel to have afternoon tea in here, which will be a brilliant time for autumn, winter, spring. It'll also be variable during the summer months because it could get hot in here. And in this middle section, this will be one growing area. And against that wall, we're going to grow fruit trees. We're going to grow plums, nectarines, and apricots. Could grow them as a cordon, which is straight up. We could grow them as a fan, or we could grow them as espalier types. In front of the fruit trees, we'll be growing both edible and display flowers, both for the restaurant and the hotel. Talked before about the layout of a walled garden. It goes north to south, east to west. And what used to happen in Victorian times is they used to put their glass houses against the north wall, because it faces south and gets more heat. The bricks of the dwarf wall were carefully selected to match the existing bricks from the wall, the north wall. And also one of the things we were very, very keen on when we worked with Northumberland County Council was to make sure that we brought back, not only as a working garden, but we brought back what it would have looked like in the time. So back in the time, they wouldn't have had plastic, UPVC, aluminium type greenhouses. They would have had wooden ones. So that's one of the real reasons we went for a wooden greenhouse. In terms of next steps, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting in place those growing beds. And the approach we use is the approach we use for every growing area. We use a deep compost mulch system in a no-dig approach, and that's what we're going to be using in the greenhouse. The plan is to get those beds in place, and the idea is in the next month to 6 weeks, the whole greenhouse will be full of produce. So for me as a gardener, this is just amazing. To have the opportunity to grow in there is what every gardener wants. I had my change of career nearly 10 years ago. I wanted to be a gardener, I wanted to be a market gardener. I never ever dreamt I would be given the opportunity to grow in a greenhouse like that. And we're going to make the most of that opportunity. We're going to grow lots and lots of good produce. And we're going to grow it because that's what Alex wants. And that's what Alex wants to bring to the table. Lots of produce, 12 months of the year. This greenhouse gives us that opportunity.